What happens when love is so powerful that it becomes dangerous? When every kiss carries both passion and risk, and every secret threatens to shatter lives? That's the fire burning at the center of our fault. Culpa Nuestra, a story that refuses to let go of its audience. And now, in 2025, the trailer for the highly anticipated Amazon Prime return has finally dropped. Fans of Nicole Wallace and Gabriel Guevara have been waiting, searching, and holding their breath for this moment. The wait is over. The drama, the romance, and the heartbreak are all coming back. But this time, the stakes are higher, the emotions are sharper, and the danger feels closer than ever. When Culpa Nuestra first appeared, it wasn't just another teen romance drama, it was a cultural wave. The movie adaptation of Mercedes Ron's novel series turned into a storm that swept through streaming audiences. People weren't just watching. They were living through Noah and Nick's forbidden love. The story of two people caught between passion and chaos became more than fiction. It became a reflection of everything dangerous and beautiful about falling for the wrong person at the wrong time. Nicole Wallace brought Noah to life with raw vulnerability, portraying a young woman torn between her heart and the world collapsing around her. Gabriel Guevara's Nick was magnetic yet unpredictable, the kind of character who pulls you in with charm but keeps you on edge with mystery. Together, they created a chemistry that fans could not look away from. Their story felt intense, reckless, and unforgettable. It wasn't the picture-perfect romance. It was messy, it was flawed, but it was real. And that's exactly why people connected to it. Our Fault didn't just show a love story, it showed the weight of choices, the burden of secrets, and the danger of crossing lines that should never be crossed. It left viewers questioning, how far would you go for love? And what are you willing to lose to keep it alive? The impact was undeniable. When the film released, it shot to the top of Amazon Prime's charts, sparking online debates, fan theories, and endless social media trends. Viewers couldn't stop talking about the cliffhangers, the intensity, and the way Noah and Nick's story left them craving more. For many, it was not just entertainment but an experience that stayed with them long after the credits rolled. Now, in 2025, that storm is returning. Amazon Prime has officially brought back Nicole Wallace and Gabriel Guevara, reuniting them in a sequel that promises to push the boundaries of their story even further. This isn't just a continuation, it's a reckoning. The trailer makes it clear, the secrets are heavier, the emotions sharper, and the drama more dangerous. Fans aren't just expecting another romance. They're expecting an emotional explosion. What makes this return so exciting is not only the love story but also the sense of unfinished business. The first film left us with unanswered questions, unresolved emotions, and a burning need to know what happens next. Will Noah and Nick find a way to rebuild trust, or will their bond be torn apart once again? Can love truly survive betrayal, family conflict, and the weight of past mistakes? As the trailer flashes across the screen, it doesn't give away too much, but it gives just enough to send fans into a frenzy. The chemistry is still there, stronger than ever. The looks, the tension, the unspoken words, they tell us that Noah and Nick's journey is far from over. But this time, the tone feels darker, heavier, as if love might not be enough to save them. And that is why this sequel is not just another release, it's an event. Amazon Prime knows that fans aren't just watching. They're invested, they're attached, and they're ready to feel every heartbreak, every secret, and every moment of fire that Noah and Nick bring to the screen. This is the return of a story that refuses to die. A story that continues to pull us back into its dangerous, intoxicating world. And with Nicole Wallace and Gabriel Guevara leading the charge once again, one thing is certain: Our Fault, Culpa Nuestra, is about to break hearts all over again. At the heart of Our Fault, Culpa Nuestra, lies a love story that refuses to play by the rules. Noah and Nick are not the kind of characters who walk a simple, safe path. They are fire and gasoline, magnetic, reckless, and completely unforgettable. And as the trailer for the Amazon Prime sequel teases, their journey is far from over. If anything, it's about to become even more complicated, more dangerous. And more heartbreaking. Nicole Wallace's Noah is a character built on contrasts. She is strong but vulnerable, determined yet conflicted, someone who wants to be free, but is constantly pulled back by love that feels too powerful to resist. In the first film, we saw her caught between her own desires and the expectations of the world around her. She wanted love, but love came with chaos. She wanted freedom, but freedom meant breaking rules that carried heavy consequences. Noah is the kind of character who feels real because she embodies the struggles so many face, the battle between the heart and the mind. Between what feels right and what is right, Gabriel Guevara's Nick, on the other hand, is a storm. His charm is undeniable, his presence magnetic, and yet beneath the surface is a man haunted by his own demons. In the first story, Nick was both the dream and the nightmare. He was the boy who made Noah feel alive, but also the one who dragged her into a whirlwind of secrets, betrayals, and choices that could never be undone. Nick is flawed, but it's those flaws that make him so captivating. His unpredictability, his moments of tenderness hidden behind walls of anger or pride, this is what makes audiences root for him even when they know he might break everything around him. Together, Noah and Nick are lightning in a bottle. Their connection is undeniable, but it is also toxic, addictive, and impossible to escape. That's why their story resonates so deeply. It doesn't paint love as a perfect fairy tale. Instead, it shows love as it truly is: messy, painful, thrilling, and sometimes dangerous. The way Nicole and Gabriel bring these characters to life, with raw emotion and chemistry that feels almost too real, is what sets Our Fault apart from other romantic dramas. The trailer for the new sequel suggests that both characters are evolving. Noah appears stronger, more guarded, as if the pain of the past has taught her to protect herself. Yet, even in her strength, there's a vulnerability that suggests she isn't free from Nick's hold. Nick, meanwhile, looks darker, weighed down by guilt and a need to fight for the one person who makes him feel alive. But fighting for love isn't simple, and the glimpses we see in the trailer hint at new challenges, family conflicts outside, threats, and the ghosts of their own past mistakes. What makes their journey so fascinating is that it isn't just about romance. It's about identity, growth, and survival. Noah is trying to figure out who she is outside of Nick, while Nick is trying to prove he can be more than the mistakes he has made. Their love is the glue that binds them, but it's also the knife that cuts them open. And that tension between holding on and letting go is what will keep viewers glued to the screen. Supporting characters also play a crucial role in their journey. In the first story, friends and family became obstacles, pushing them apart or warning them of the danger they couldn't see for themselves. In the new chapter, the trailer suggests that those influences will only grow stronger. Will their families continue to fight against their love? Will outsiders take advantage of their fragile bond? These questions hang over every frame of the teaser, making it clear that Noah and Nick's love isn't just their fight, it's a battle against the world. The brilliance of Our Fault lies in its refusal to give easy answers. Viewers don't know if they should root for Noah and Nick to be together or hope that they finally break apart for good. The story thrives in that gray area, forcing audiences to wrestle with their own feelings about love, loyalty, and forgiveness. That emotional pull is exactly why fans are so invested in seeing where these characters go next. So, as we look ahead to the sequel, one thing is certain: Noah and Nick's journey is not about finding peace. It's about surviving the storm together or being torn apart by it. The trailer doesn't promise happily ever after. Instead, it promises a deeper dive into the raw, messy, and intoxicating bond that made audiences fall in love with them in the first place. And for fans, that is more than enough reason to be excited. The trailer opens not with noise, but with silence. A single shot of Noah, played by Nicole Wallace, looking out of a window as rain streaks down the glass. Her eyes are distant, heavy, with a pain that seems to linger from everything that happened before. This one image sets the tone. It isn't just about love, it's about the scars left behind by it. Right away, the audience knows this sequel will dig deeper, cutting straight into the heart of unresolved wounds. From there, the tension rises. We see Nick Gabriel Guevara standing in the shadows of a streetlight. He looks older, harder, as if time and guilt have carved themselves into his face. His jaw clenches, his hand shakes slightly, but his eyes burn with the same intensity that made fans fall for him in the first film. The camera lingers on him, reminding us that Nick is still the storm Noah can't escape. One quick flash shows him running his hand through his hair, almost desperate, as if he knows he's about to lose the only thing that matters. Then the trailer shifts into chaos. A montage of rapid-fire scenes floods the screen. Noah and Nick, exchanging glances across a crowded room, their eyes filled with both longing and anger. A shot of a car speeding down a dark road. A scene of Noah's hands trembling as she clutches a letter, her face crumbling with emotion. Each clip is carefully chosen, hinting at secrets, heartbreak, and revelations waiting to unfold. The trailer doesn't give us answers, it gives us questions, and those questions hook us instantly. One of the most powerful moments comes midway through. Noah whispers, "I can't go through this again," her voice trembling but firm. The scene cuts to Nick slamming his fist against a wall, his expression torn between rage and despair. It's raw, it's unpolished, and it feels real. These moments aren't just about drama, they're about survival. They show us that Noah and Nick's story is no longer just about falling in love. It's about fighting for it or breaking under the weight of it, but the trailer isn't all pain. There are flashes of tenderness, two quick moments that remind us why Noah and Nick's connection is so unforgettable. A stolen kiss in the glow of city lights, a soft laugh shared in the middle of chaos, a desperate embrace as if they're holding on for dear life. These glimpses of romance cut through the darkness, showing that love still exists, even in the middle of destruction. They remind the audience why we root for them. Even when we know their relationship is a storm, the background music adds another layer of intensity. It starts soft, almost like a heartbeat, then builds into a haunting melody that mirrors the emotional roller coaster of the trailer. Every beat matches the cuts of the scenes, the whisper of Noah's voice, the crash of Nick's anger, the silence between their glances. By the time the trailer reaches its climax, the music explodes, leaving viewers breathless, their hearts racing with anticipation. The closing shot is the one that leaves the audience gasping. Noah walks away, her silhouette fading into the distance. Nick calls after her, his voice breaking, but she doesn't turn around. The screen cuts to black, and the words appear, "Our fault, coming 2025. That single moment sparks endless speculation. Is this the end of Noah and Nick, or just the beginning of a new chapter in their twisted love story? What makes this trailer so effective is that it doesn't spoil the story, it teases it. It doesn't give fans everything they want, but it gives them just enough to ignite theories, debates, and endless discussions online. Every frame feels intentional, every glance between Noah and Nick feels loaded with history, and every cut is designed to leave you asking for more, and that's the brilliance of the trailer. It reminds fans of everything they loved about the first film, the passion, the chaos, the magnetic pull of Noah and Nick, while also promising something darker, deeper, and even more emotional. It doesn't just show us a movie, it shows us a battle between love and pain, between holding on and letting go. For fans who have been waiting since the first movie, this trailer is not just a glimpse of what's to come. It's a reminder of why they fell in love with the story in the first place. And with Nicole Wallace and Gabriel Guevara returning in roles that already feel more mature, more raw, and more powerful, the anticipation for Our Fault, Culpa Nuestra, 2025 has never been higher. The trailer does more than just show us Noah and Nick back on screen. It points to the bigger themes that will define this next chapter of their story. At its core, Our Fault, Culpa Nuestra has always been about love colliding with destruction. It is about what happens when two people are drawn together so powerfully that they cannot resist, even when the world, their families, and even their own choices are pulling them apart. In the sequel, that theme doesn't just return, it grows. Sharper, darker, and more dangerous. The first major theme is forbidden love and loyalty. Noah and Nick's relationship has always been complicated, marked by betrayal, guilt, and deep family conflict. The trailer suggests that the weight of loyalty both to family and to one's self-will be central this time. We see Noah questioning whether she can survive loving Nick again, while Nick fights against forces that want to keep them apart. This theme asks a hard question: is love worth it if it costs you everything else? The characters will have to decide whether holding on to their passion is worth the inevitable damage it brings. Another strong theme is trust and betrayal. The trailer shows glimpses of secrets, hidden letters, and broken promises. Noah's whispered line, "I can't go through this again," suggests she has been hurt before and fears history repeating itself. Trust is fragile, and in their world, betrayal lurks in every shadow. Viewers can expect the story to dig deep into this fragile balance, showing how one wrong move can shatter even the strongest bond. The question that will haunt every scene is, can Noah and Nick ever truly trust each other, or are they doomed to repeat the cycle of heartbreak? The third theme is identity and growth. In the first movie, Noah and Nick were defined by their relationship, two people swept into a whirlwind of love, lust, and chaos. But in the sequel, both characters seem more aware of who they are and what they've lost. Noah, in particular, appears to be searching for strength outside of Nick, while Nick looks like a man desperate to prove he can change. This theme highlights that their journey is not just about being together, it's about who they become as individuals when tested by love, loyalty, and loss. We also see hints of family conflict and outside pressure, a theme that has always added fire to the story. Families can be both protectors and destroyers, and the trailer suggests that the forces working against Noah and Nick are stronger than ever. Whether it's family members, friends, or entirely new threats, the couple is not just fighting their own emotions, they're fighting a world that doesn't want them to be together. This adds layers of drama, reminding viewers that their love isn't just personal, it's political, emotional, and deeply destructive for those around them. And then there is the most powerful theme of all, the cost of love. Love in our fault isn't soft or safe, it's sharp, dangerous, and filled with consequences. Every kiss carries weight, every secret threatens to explode, and every decision has the power to destroy lives. The trailer makes it clear that this sequel will not shy away from showing the damage love can cause when it crosses boundaries. But it also reminds us why love is worth the risk, because even in the middle of pain, it brings beauty, passion, and a sense of being alive. Fans should also expect the sequel to explore emotional survival. Both Noah and Nick look like characters on the edge, pushed beyond their limits. This isn't a story about perfection, it's a story about fighting to keep your heart alive in the middle of chaos. It's about learning whether survival means holding on to each other or finally letting go. That tension will keep viewers glued to every scene, waiting to see which path the characters choose. The darker tone of the trailer suggests that this sequel won't just be about romance, it will be about consequences. The themes of guilt, responsibility, and sacrifice will likely take center stage. Noah and Nick may find themselves asking not just whether they love each other, but whether love is worth the destruction it brings. For audiences, this makes the story richer, more complex, and more emotionally gripping. In the end, our fault, Culpa Nuestra, is not promising a fairy tale. It's promising a storm. And storms don't leave you untouched, they change you, scar you, and force you to rebuild. That's what makes this sequel so powerful. It isn't about giving fans a perfect ending, it's about making them feel every heartbeat, every heartbreak, and every choice that shapes Noah and Nick's journey. So what can we expect? Intensity, passion, and drama on a scale bigger than before. Characters who are no longer innocent but scarred and searching for redemption. A love story that isn't just about being together, it's about surviving the fire that comes with it. The trailer gives us a glimpse, but the full story will push us deeper into questions that don't have easy answers, and that's why this sequel matters. It isn't just another romantic drama, it's a reflection of love at its most dangerous, its most beautiful, and its most unforgettable. Fans should prepare themselves for a journey that will break their hearts, Test their loyalties and remind them why our fault became a phenomenon in the first place.